Hello and welcome to the Hotel Marketing Show. In this podcast, we're going to talk about all things hotel marketing. We're going to talk about things that are happening in the industry, insights, things that all hotel marketers or anybody that has an interest in hotel marketing wants to know about. My name is Victoria.
And I'm Nadine.
And we're the hosts of the Hotel Marketing Show. To kick off the podcast today, in this episode, we're going to be talking with Johnson, hotel conversion specialist, about how to come up with and create special offers that are exciting, that convert, that basically help you to achieve the goals that you have set for your hotel or for your hotel marketing team.
So, to get things started, thank you again for joining us today, Cansin. Can you give us a little bit of an introduction to you, who you are, and share a little bit of your background as well?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you for having me. My name is Cansin. I'm working as a Senior Customer Success Manager at Hotels To Incorporate. This is my third year working in the hospitality industry. I'm working with a lot of hotels, mostly based in Europe. Some of my accounts are also based in Asia and the US. And my main responsibilities are making sure that our customers are successfully onboarded. And once they are onboarded, up and running, they are getting the best out of our products and services.
Sounds like your plate is really full. Also, a question that I want to know from you is...
And me.
Oh, and Victoria, sorry. We want to know. We're super keen on this answer. What is the one thing you started in 2021 and want to keep doing in 2022?
Okay, so this is an easy one. I joined a music club where we are actually around 10-15 people all around the world. Like there are people from Turkey, people from UK, the Netherlands. So every week we are coming together to learn some Greek songs. And there are many common songs and cultural stuff between Turkish people and Greek people. So we are learning these songs, also the meanings of the lyrics and everything. So I will keep doing that. Also on top of it, I will be learning how to play baglamas, which is another traditional Greek music instrument.
Whoa,
Wow, that makes
awesome.
me feel I need to come up with a better thing rather than just candle making.
Yeah, me too. I feel like I think I need to step up my game for 2022.
Victoria, no worries. In a few episodes' time, I'll just ask you again what your hobby is in 2022 and we'll
I'll
think of
work on a
something.
better answer. I've got a few weeks to get a better hobby then. And Johnson, what's one thing that you want to see in the hotel industry in 2022?
I would say less restrictions and more people happily traveling around the world without having to get PCR tests or without having to put masks on the streets. Less COVID, less restrictions.
I think that'll make a huge impact for the hotel industry and on what that means in terms of them being able to host events or even being able to, welcome probably even more guests back on site as well. So basically today, what we wanted to talk with you about is how hotels and hotel marketers can create seasonal and special offers. And I think you're such an expert on this topic because you help hotels day in and day out to create offers, a combination of seeing the things that the ideas that they bring, but also a part of your role as well includes actually helping them to come up with ideas. Is that right?
So yeah, it's right. The idea process actually differs. It could be the customers reaching out to me with their new campaign ideas or me reaching out to them.
So it's kind of like a bit of back and forth between, so maybe they come to you with an idea and you're like, hey, maybe it could be a bit more like this, or they just come to you and are wanting to know what you think could work for them.
Exactly. Most of the time they are asking if this is a good idea or if that would work or if you already seen some similar results. They are curious about what's been done in the past.
That's awesome. And I think one thing that's really cool about these kind of special offers, even creating seasonal offers, is tying it into things that are happening in the marketplace, in the industry, or even things that are just happening in the calendar. So like summer, winter,
Christmas.
Exactly, Christmas, New Year's.
Yeah, actually on that note, could you tell us what is your favorite season? I think this is a very, very crucial question.
This is a beautiful question. I used to be a huge fan of winter and everything related to winter, like snow, hot chocolate, cozy blankets. But since I moved to...
I've got my chai latte here and I'm just like sipping on it. And just as you said, cozy hot chocolate, I was like, yeah, real cozy, cozy chai latte.
Definitely. But yeah, it changed a bit because since I started living in the Netherlands, I guess I miss seeing sun and its warmth a lot.
In the Netherlands? What do you mean? It's tropical here.
Yeah, we have like 3 sunny days a year.
Like, look at the weather today.
Shiny.
For the listeners at home, it is very grey. It is very overcast.
With a high chance of rain.
I think it's actually raining, like a bit of drizzle right now. So I think that's why Johnson misses the sunshine.
Yeah, exactly.
What about you, Vic?
My favorite season, I think it's spring. No, wait, autumn? No, I don't know. Summer?
The autumn?
I think
Actually,
all of them.
yeah.
One thing that I love about living in the Netherlands is that you actually see the seasons change. You know when it's another season. Back in New Zealand, it's almost like all of the seasons kind of blur together. There's not that much difference between them, but I love here, like, maybe autumn. I think Amsterdam is like such an autumn city, and when the leaves turn and it matches the colour of the buildings and it's by the canals, like, magical.
It seems like you've put some thought into this.
Chef's kiss
Chef's kiss.
for autumn.
I love all the seasons, but I would change their duration.
Oh,
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah, so I love winter. I would make it a tiny bit shorter. Autumn, I would definitely cut by half minimum. Yeah, autumn does not make it in my top 3 favorite seasons. Spring could be extended, and summer can definitely be a little bit
6 months
longer.
at least.
Yeah. So I want all of the sunny vibes, flowers, birds chirping a little longer, and all the gray, cloudy,
That can
no
go.
birds, no leaves can go.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Yeah.
I love it. So coming back to the topic that we're going to be talking about today, special offers and seasonal offers, can you tell us a little bit about why it is so important for hotels to incorporate these offers into their marketing strategies, and maybe just a little bit about what the kind of key difference is between seasonal and special offers, if there is any?
So I guess all of us love to plan holidays. And while planning holidays, we look for some benefits or activities that we might enjoy during our stay. When the hotels put together a nice package and frame them as a special offer or a seasonal offer, this is perceived as a more concrete and beneficial holiday plan.
So it's kind of like the traveler isn't having to make that decision about, like, what do I need to book for my trip at this time of the year. It's like the hotel has already kind of said, we are the expert on what is good to do at this time of year.
Yeah, and it's also easier for travelers to understand what to expect. And it's not only booking a room anymore, it becomes a special experience that they look forward to. When the offers are created, depending on the traveler segments, the more personalized the offers, the happier the guests are also.
Oh, I just love that. We touched on it a little bit before about personalization, but you say the importance of these personalized offers. Can you give a couple of examples?
Yeah, exactly. So let's say if you're a family searching for a summer holiday, and when you're checking the hotel's website, if you just land on the booking engine and see a package that includes like a little chocolate box for the kids, then you can say, okay, this is an offer for me as a family. But if you're a solo traveler and if you see that package on the website, then you wouldn't really relate to that. Personalization is very important when it comes to the booking.
I actually saw the other day 2 beautiful examples which I think fit in here so well. So one was looking for a stay for 2 people, and in the booking engine then they asked you if you want to upgrade your stay with a special dinner in an igloo.
Ooh!
That is pretty cool, right? I love that. Another one of our customers had this great one where when you were looking for one person in the booking engine, so you're traveling solo, they had a bit of a kind of Valentine's Day theme, but for solo travelers.
This also gives hotels an additional value of knowing what their guests want and serving them specially.
I love that. I think that's so cool. In one of our previous episodes, we talked about hotel marketing trends for 2022, and we talked about how personalization is such an important thing, especially with things like meta search. There is a change in buying behavior that allows hotels to actually offer something personalized as soon as the guest lands on the booking engine from meta search as well. And I think it's really interesting to think about how that can be tied in with the seasonal and the special offers as well.
But that's also another question I have here. So now we talk about seasonality, about special offers. If you would have to say one tip, how would these offers be promoted? Because I, as a hotel, for example, I have a beautiful igloo. I want to do something with it, but how am I going to incorporate it? How do I know who to approach, where to put it? Is there any kind of guideline you can give us?
Yeah, for sure. First on the website, and depending on the focused offer, The hoteliers should make sure that all the necessary information and the booking link is available and easy to be found on the website. We have so many beautifully designed templates in order to highlight the special or seasonal offers on the website. The inline templates, for example, could be great ones to start with. When they are positioned on the website pages, it's important to make sure that there's a call to action button with the special offers URL, so the website visitors can directly go to the booking page easily.
On the inline templates, in case people aren't familiar with what inline means, can you just share a little bit about what inline looks like? Because I think it's something that is super powerful, but maybe people aren't quite sure what that actually means.
So the inline templates, they act like the website itself. So they are not like another layer on top of your website. We use element targeting to target these inline templates, and they just pop up in between the elements on your website pages. They are like kind of embedded on your page.
That sounds awesome. Tying into inline messaging or in general messaging on the website, how can I personalize my messaging even more? Okay, I have my offer. How can I make sure that this offer is relevant to the person who's looking, not only about whether I'm traveling alone or with my 5 kids or my significant other, but how can I get more specific?
You can actually use geo-targeting options for that. So basically you can show these campaigns for the people coming from specific city, region or country, or you can even exclude some of the countries and include some of them. So basically that would be more relevant. It could be like a weekend getaway, for example. It could also be something like, imagine you have maybe restaurant or spa facilities at the hotel, and there are people checking these pages. And you can even show like messages like, why not turning this day into a spa weekend?
Ooh,
Love
awesome.
that. That would get me.
Yeah,
I think I would book that.
Same. Where can I book that?
That could be a really nice upsell. It could also be like maybe they are checking your website for a nice dinner, but then you can turn it into a staycation.
Oh, I love that. I actually just booked this week a staycation here in Amsterdam, and I booked my room, but then I went back to the website, found the spa, and then had to book the spa separately. If that had straight away when I was booking, it came up like being able to see, oh, you're obviously nearby. This must be a staycation. What do people love to do in a staycation?
Yes.
Treat themselves. So
Bathtubs.
Exactly. And what a fantastic way for hotels to make the most of like what they know about guest purchasing behavior and make that as like an upsell opportunity with like a special offer or a package when that person is ready to book.
I love that example, and I think that's so powerful as well, because if you were coming from somewhere else, maybe not Amsterdam, you could even as a hotel then decide, hey, we have local tour guides, or check out the things that are worth seeing in Amsterdam, while when you live in the center of Amsterdam doing your staycation, you might not want to go sightseeing.
Exactly. I think that's so true. I think there's so much. I mean, Johnson, you're the expert on this, of course, but I almost feel like there's unlimited opportunities or unlimited potential with what hotels can do now with a combination of technology, but also what we know about how people behave and how people shop, and even how people's buying behavior has changed over the last 2 years as well. So we've talked a little bit about how hotels can promote these on their website. What are some ways that hotels can also get the word out there about these offers as well?
Yeah, exactly. On their social media channels as well, once they post the details about these campaigns, this could be another channel that they can promote. And also, even we can make it personal with these social media posts. So if they use like UTM tags or something, we can target those UTM tags to make these campaigns even more personalized.
Oh, I love UTM tags.
Yes, I was just about to say UTM tag.
As a marketer, I think like UTM tags. Can I do another chef's kiss, or am I only allowed one chef's kiss?
Just one chef's kiss.
Oh, I did it anyway. 2 chef's kiss, second chef's kiss, UTM tags. For those of you who maybe aren't super familiar with UTM tags, a UTM tag is basically a string of parameters put on the end of a website URL where you can see the source, the campaign, the content that has led that visitor to your website. So say you're doing a post on Facebook for your seasonal offer, you can have in that call to action button this UTM tag that basically is capturing the information that this person has come from this exact button, so that when they land on their website, like you say, Johnson, they can then target that group specifically, right?
Exactly.
Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's amazing. I just love it.
Another topic which I'm not as passionate about as Victoria is about UTM tags, but I do love a good newsletter.
Oh, she does.
I do. I have to say I love a good newsletter. So, Cansin, could you tell me a little bit, how can hoteliers, for example, use newsletters in regards talking about seasonal festive offers?
Yes, so in order to share anything new happening in the hotel, it could be like campaigns or it could be events. If they already have like potential email addresses of the website visitors, then they could of course send out newsletters. I actually have a great customer who does this very successfully, which is Terra, the Magic Place. They create special offers and they also promote them very well. They use one of our email capture templates and then send email newsletters about any special events or offers to these potential guests, as well as promoting these on their website.
That's really clever. So like when people are coming to the website, they are showing a prompt to get these visitors to sign up for their newsletter. And then later on, they're basically retargeting or nurturing those people that have signed up with their offers later on to try and get them to come back and book.
Yes, exactly.
Amazing. That's so clever. And so they basically are using their email newsletters as a way to promote all of the amazing offers and packages that they have.
Yeah, exactly. So they're also promoting it on the website, and just as like a second helper, they also use the newsletter.
Amazing. And I think a really amazing way for hotels to combine this personalization with the newsletters, with their special offers is, and it's something that I saw a hotel do a while ago, was they put a UTM tag on the button of the email for their special offer, so that when somebody actually clicked through from that specific button in the newsletter, once they landed on the website, they were prompted again with that offer. So I think it was maybe when they went to leave the website later on and they hadn't made a booking yet, they were reminded again of the offer that actually made them click through from the newsletter, which I just think is amazing.
That is amazing. And I mean, we talked in one of our previous episodes as well about website design and all of this. So that's just a very, very beautiful way and really getting or picking up the website visitor where they left off and reminding them of what their intention was when maybe they forgot themselves.
Amazing. Yeah. Oh, so clever. Can I do 3 chef's kisses, or is that too
No.
many now?
Okay. 3 chef's kisses for Victoria, but this is it. This was your last one. That was 4.
I did 4.
All right. Another question that I'm super curious about. Could you tell us a little bit more of how you start with the ideation process? Like, what should hoteliers think about when constructing offers, for example?
And how do you come up with all of these amazing ideas?
Yeah.
What we do is look at what we already have in place. Let's say we are trying to come up with a Valentine's Day special and we have a wellness facility at the hotel. We might think of combining a double room rate and a couples massage voucher. We could also include a bottle of champagne or wine, or give them a 5% discount at the hotel's restaurant. And this would also increase the guests' time spent at the restaurant and the food and beverage revenue of the hoteliers. And specific to this case, there might be a romantic movie night organized at the hotel, which would be very low cost but super interesting for the couples who'd like to do something special on this day.
I love all of these ideas. I would book that as well.
And I also love what you said there about looking at what they already have in place. So rather than having to see what another hotel is doing and then try to replicate that themselves, a good starting point is to say, what facilities do we actually have? Like, what do we have available to us?
Yeah, definitely. I think this would be my first and the biggest suggestion to the hoteliers is look what you have first and try to package it nicely as you are creating an experience. And they can also think of so many different things that could be very low cost for them, but very meaningful for the guests.
Yeah, and I think sometimes when we look at something for too long or every single day, we kind of lose sight of what we actually have, right? So I think it's also great in the partnership you have with the hoteliers to look at it from an external point of view to understand, hey, actually, what you have is a USP. It's not something that every other hotel around you has. And I think in that kind of working together situation, you can come up with a lot of great ideas, just some of which you just mentioned.
I love that. And so that was like a great idea for like one specific one, like for example, Valentine's Day. What about some of the ones that maybe are a little bit more like outside of the box?
Well, yeah, of course, besides the Valentine's Day, this could be St. Patrick's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter, Christmas, a classic summer or a winter offer. I think the point is here just to be creative. Let's say if you already have yoga classes or Pilates at the hotel, You could also arrange a children's playtime at the same time and box this as a family offer so the parents could enjoy some solo time as well. So start with what you have and think simple, be creative.
Actually, while you say Mother's Day, there was a hotel in Frankfurt. I remember seeing it, and this is actually, I think, one of the points as well. I saw this offer about 3 years ago, and I still remember it. But it was Mother's Day, and they had a big terrace overlooking the city, and they actually organized a Mother's Day yoga session. I mean,
that is cute.
That is cute, no?
That is so clever.
So you see the power of a good offer. I will still talk about it 3 years after I saw it.
And Johnson, you work with a lot of hotels that create these offers. Can you give us maybe a little insight into one of these hotels that does this really well?
Yeah, actually, I can give a perfect example for this. Whitney Peak, one of my accounts from Reno, United States, they come up with a great offer this winter. It was called Stay and Ski, and it included discounted lift tickets, craft beer, and breakfast vouchers on top of their Black Friday discounted room rates. I think it's very low cost for them and easy to provide.
I think that's really clever. I remember one use case that we talked about a long time ago here at Hotel Champ, and it was about a free coffee that was offered and what the value of that coffee is to the end user, like the guest, versus the cost of that coffee to the hotel. It's really clever to use these things like craft beer or breakfast vouchers where the cost to the hotel is very low, but the impact or the value that that serves for the guests is really high.
Yeah, exactly. Currently, their cafe that operates in the hotel is partnering with Picasso and Wine. It's basically an interactive class that will walk guests through creating an abstract portrait of their partners. And they are also providing appetizer boards for snacking and specials on bottles of wine. I think this is such an additional experience on top of your ordinary stay at a hotel. This is how you make a difference, I believe.
That's so cool. I don't think I've heard of anything like that before.
No, but now I'm wondering, I would love to have a little camera and all of these like paintings people do of their spouse, you know, like I wonder what the outcome is. So now we know how we can promote these offers, but another question I have for you is, what are some of the pitfalls when creating an offer, or could be the pitfalls? What do hoteliers sometimes get wrong that should be prevented?
Well, the biggest problem I see is sometimes they make it more complicated than it actually is. So many different promo codes or special booking links. It actually just should show the details, and one properly working promo code or booking link is enough per offer.
I love that, because I think like what you said just before as well, Nadine, is how anybody that is working on marketing things, you get so familiar with your offers or what you're promoting, and so you think, I need to have something new, it needs to be new, it needs to be new. But there's people out there who have never seen it before, so that's still new to them, right?
Yeah, and also the benefits that the guests receive should be stated clearly, like how they can actually get that benefit when they arrive at the hotel. The offer also should cover something specific to direct channels. This is how the hoteliers can convince visitors to book on their website rather than the OTAs. So should be some communication around this only applies to direct bookers or something similar.
That is such a good point, because that is super important and maybe also a little bit underrated. But you were mentioning how important it is that it should be clear how people can actually redeem the benefits. There's not many things that are more frustrating than just things not working. And I think that if you're excited about this offer, you want to book this offer, you're excited to go to the hotel, arriving there and all of a sudden you don't have the right code, or you're missing an email, or you should have signed up somewhere else, that can be very disheartening. So that is a very good point.
That's so good, like making sure everybody's aligned so that the guests have the best experience possible.
And another problem is most of the time these offers are hard to find on the website or not promoted in the social media channels. Of course, this also causes people to go and check the OTA's offers.
That's so true. Like they're like tucked away behind how many different button clicks until you actually see these special offers.
Exactly. And while defining the direct booking benefits, it's important to distinguish them from the OTA offers. I sometimes see some direct booking benefits such as free Wi-Fi. This is actually not a direct booking benefit, since also the guests coming through other channels have access to the free Wi-Fi. The direct booking benefits just should be more specific, and as the name suggests, they should be special to direct bookers.
So true. So we've talked a little bit before already about personalization and what you can do with personalization on the website. But can you talk a little bit more about why it is important for hotels to incorporate personalization with these offers? Why is it that you should not just show everything to everybody and use personalization in your strategy?
Well, totally, personalization is very important. But imagine if you're looking to book a trip only for yourself and keep seeing family offers, this wouldn't be relevant for you at all. And if you show everything to everyone, that would be too intrusive. And if you have more than one offer running at the same time, you can also limit the impressions of the campaigns on your website by time limit or page views.
So it's like less is more.
Yes.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
A question which might seem a little bit obvious, but also not so obvious is, how do you know when it's time to promote something new? And I'm not talking about, oh, Christmas is over, let's keep promoting it until March. But how do I know that it's time to just move on and do something new?
Yeah, when I check the calendar and see some special days are coming up. I mean, of course, if summer's around the corner and you still don't have anything special for summer, then this is definitely a time to start creating and promoting a summer offer. But let's say you've been promoting something not seasonal, like a weekend getaway or a staycation offer for a long time. And if you see a decrease in the conversion rate or low traffic on the offers page, then you might start thinking about updating the current one or coming up with a complete new one. And sometimes this could be only with the visuals. You could change the images of the offer, create a new campaign and position it differently, and just monitor it for a while to see if the offer needs more radical changes.
That's really cool. And so this is really great, like if you've already got the people on your website. What about if you're wanting to promote your offers to people that aren't on your website yet? How can you create something personalized for these people or get the right offers in front of the audience that you want to see them?
Yeah, we already mentioned about the newsletter emails, and in addition to that, you also use your social media channels. And if you're doing with your social media ads, you should also take segmentation into account while promoting your offers.
Nice, I love it. So Johnson, you're the expert. You work with a lot of hotels. You obviously see a lot of really creative offers and promotions out there. Can you share with us some hotels that are not only creating really amazing offers, but are also incorporating things like personalization or some really cool ways of promoting their offers?
Yes, exactly. I can share some of my favorite ones. So Last Drop Village, they have an offer which is called Winter Extravaganza, and it includes accommodation in a classic bedroom, 2-course dinner served in their restaurant, full English breakfast, and use of the spa leisure facilities. They also have another offer for Valentine's Day, but only for their mobile bookers. They did that only to mobile bookers because we see a huge traffic coming to their website through mobile devices. And we've come up with this offer only mobile specific. It also includes an overnight stay, 3-course Valentine's dinner in their restaurant, full English breakfast, and use of the spa leisure facilities.
I think that's so cool, like having something specific on mobile as well, because we know for most hotel websites now the majority of their traffic is on mobile. So I think that's a huge audience that you want to be sharing these offers with.
Yeah, I was also thinking this is like a whole new podcast episode in itself, mobile versus desktop.
Another one which I really like is Sofitel the Grand Beach offer. For the last 2 summers, they turned their garden into a beach and organized exotic beach events, including movie nights, BBQ Sundays, lobster nights, and more.
Ooh, sounds amazing.
Yes.
They also created a package out of it which was called Caribbean Cabana Night, and including an overnight stay and Cabana dinner experience. These kind of creative and innovative packages are great for the city hotels in order to be able to get the best out of the seasonal demand.
I also have to say, I actually saw this whole setup once when I went there. It looked amazing, and the most amazing part is, as you mentioned, it's right in the city. You walk in, you do not expect it, and all of a sudden there is just this entire beach setup and layout. I mean, I don't want to go as far as saying you don't have to travel to the beach anymore, but it comes pretty close.
And I think that's such a memorable experience as well, such a memorable package. Like, that stands out.
Yeah. And there's also another one which has become important with the COVID especially, Hotel Beethoven in Vienna. They offer long stay offers. And I think it's very interesting for remote workers. So they created special discounts for travelers who stay at least 7 days or more than 28 days.
That's so clever, having the long stay discounts. And I think that's a trend that we are seeing across the travel industry. that people are searching now for these longer stays. So I think that's such a clever way for a hotel to adjust for that trend.
I have one last question for you, and I mean, we have so many great inputs from you during this episode as well, so this is going to be a tough one. But what are your 3 key takeaways for hoteliers? If someone listening to this is going to take away 3 things, what would it be?
Yeah, first of all, think simple and focus on what you already offer and try to package it in an attractive way. While doing this, of course, keep in mind to be relevant for each segment. Second, try to come up with low-cost but fun benefits. A small, nice candy box for children could be such a convincing addition to your summer family offer, for instance. And the last one, differentiate the direct booking benefits from the OTA bookers. If you offer the same benefits and at the same time don't give better rates, chances are high that your website visitors would go back and complete their booking on the OTAs. So make sure if you're using direct booking benefits as your wording, then the benefits are really special for direct booking.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Johnson, for sharing all of that with us today. I feel like there are so many great things that are inspiring, but I feel they're also really actionable for hoteliers and hotel marketers to take away.
Thank you for having me. It was such fun.
And for those of you listening, we would love for you to share your thoughts with us today on this podcast episode. Let us know if there's anything else that we've missed, or if you have any questions, please get in touch with us at welcome@hotelchamp.com. And also make sure to follow Hotel Champ on all of your favorite social media channels. Stay tuned for more episodes in the future like this one with more amazing industry experts. Take care of yourself, have a great day, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.